Howdy gang, and welcome back to Pool School. Did you know that backwashing and recharging your DE filter is not sufficient enough to keep that filter operating at maximum efficiency and flow rate? In today's episode, I'm going to tell you what else you need to do, why you need to do it, and how often you should do it. And again, this is if you have a DE filter. So what do you say we dive right in? Alrighty, before we get started, I want to thank you once again for watching this video. Remind you to like it if you do by clicking that little thumbs up icon below this video. Subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already, and please share my channel with everyone you know who owns a pool so that they too can save a ton of money servicing their pool themselves. Also, don't forget to check out my exclusive membership website, poolschooler.com. It's full of all kinds of great little hacks and cheat sheets and checklists and product lists that will help you save even more money. Plus, it'll give you direct access to me through chats. So check that out. The address of the website is going to come across the screen right here. Alrighty, so really quickly, if you have a DE filter, this is a video I'd like you to watch, and I hope that you'll watch it. One of the things is I want to put a prerequisite on this. I'm hoping that you've already seen my video on how to properly backwash and recharge your DE filter. If you have not done so, please click on the link in the description below this video. I'll put a link to that video in there. Please watch it so you know how to properly and most effectively and thoroughly backwash and recharge your DE filter. So please watch that before you go into this one. That way you have an understanding of why I'm talking about what I'm talking about. Okay, cool. Okay, so with that said, there is still something that you need to be doing on occasion in order to make sure that your pool filter, your DE filter, functions as best as possible. And here it is. On occasion, you need to clean the grids on your filter, meaning take it apart and clean the grids. And here's why. No matter how well you backwash and recharge your DE filter, some DE stays on the grids, no matter how well you do it, okay? And so that DE that's left over that kind of hangs on the grids just a little bit, it accumulates over time. And what that does, it eventually starts to impact the grids and create less water flow going through. Because the DE is already saturated, it doesn't filter as well. So you're reducing your flow, so the water's not working as well going through the filter, and the efficiency of the filter is not going as well. So that's why on occasion, you need to clean those grids off. Now, I'm gonna go on record and say at this point, one big important thing. I think it's really a good idea to spend the money to have a pro come out who is a licensed, insured, and bonded pool service person to come out and clean those grids for you, all right? There's a couple reasons why, but I'm gonna give you two of them, okay? Reason number one, because it is a very messy, tricky, and difficult procedure to take apart your DE filter, take the grids apart and clean them and put them back together. If you get it back together wrong, then it's gonna make a mess and your filter's not gonna work very well. You could end up with a bunch of DE back in your pool, and that's no fun either. So again, because it's a tricky procedure, it's messy, and it's time consuming, it's a good idea to have a pro do it. Now here's the second reason, and I think this one is really critical. When you break apart your filter, sometimes because your grids are in there, they've been in there for any period of time, you may find one or two worn or torn grids. If you find that out, or you find that one of those grids tears while you're cleaning, when you're hosing off the grids, well, if that happens, then you're gonna have to go and replace the set of grids. Now I'm gonna make note of this. If you ever find a torn or worn grid in your DE filter, don't replace just one. Replace all of them, okay? The whole set. Here's why. Water seeks the path of least resistance, okay? So you've got all these grids in there and they're all about the same, okay? They're the same age. And you replace one that's torn or it wore out and it's torn. The other ones are the same age. So you've got this brand new grid in there, and then you've got all this water flying through there again at full pressure, and it's pressing against the weaker grids, and they're gonna eventually start tearing too. So again, at the very least, if you don't replace the entire set, you're going to have to take that filter apart and replace the grid one at a time, and that's a pain in the rear to do. It's a time-consuming thing, and it just takes up so much time. So if it's a pool service person doing the grid replacement, and again, I would insist that if they're doing it and they find a torn or worn out grid, that you have them replace the entire set. Because if not, they're gonna be coming back and coming back and coming back every time one grid tears, and you've got DE in your pool, and it's gonna nickel and dime you to death. Every time they pull that filter apart, it's gonna cost you money. So in order to save money, if you find a worn or torn grid or more, have the entire set replaced, okay? I'm gonna put a picture up here right now so you can see a set of grids before they've been hosed off that have been regularly backwashed and recharged, and the set of grids after they've been cleaned. So you can see the difference in what they look like. So there you have it, folks. That is my video on what else you should be doing to take care of your DE filter. Remember, backwashing and recharging is not sufficient. Once in a while, usually every 12 months, you're gonna have to have those grids cleaned, all right? I hope it made sense. If you have any questions or comments, please make sure you can leave them in the comment section below my video, or you can email me directly, and my email address is gonna come across the bottom of the screen as always. It is kennypoolschool@gmail.com. Once again, kennypoolschool@gmail.com. I wanna thank you all again for watching this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to check out my membership website, poolschooler.com. And until we meet again, remember to have fun, be safe, and always watch those kids and elderly folk and pets around water. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.